thinking of owning a home, that would be a good decision. Because owning a home will give you a lot of benefits. But before you doing it, that before you take any action in buying that home that you want, listen to these tips in owning a house that I want to share with you in this video coming up right now. There are 10 tips that I would like to share with you in owning a home. Number one, tip number 10, keep your money where it is. It's not wise to make any huge purchase or move your money around 3 to 6 months before buying a new home. You don't want to take any big chances with your credit profile. Lenders need to see that you're reliable and they want a complete paper trail so that they can get you the best loan possible. If you open new credit cards, have much too much debt or buy a lot of big ticket items, you're going to have a hard time getting a loan. Tips number 9, get pre-approved for your home loan. There's a big difference between a buyer being pre-qualified and a buyer who has a pre-approved mortgage. Anybody can get pre-qualified for a loan. Getting pre-approved means lenders has looked at all of your financial information and they let you know how much you can afford and how much they will lend you. That is a pre-approval. So that before you apply for a loan, they already know about your capability of buying. Okay? Being pre-approved also will save you a lot of time and energy. So you are not running around looking at houses you can afford. It also gives you the opportunity to shop around for the best deal and the best interest rates. Do your research. Learn about junk fees, processing fees, or points, and make sure there aren't any hidden costs in the loan. You must know everything about these things before you proceed. Tip number 8, avoid a border dispute. It's absolutely essential to get a survey done on your property so you know exactly what you're buying. Knowing precisely where your property lines are may save you from a potential dispute with your neighbors. Also, your property tax is likely based on how much property you have. So it is best to have an accurate map drawn up. Okay, so tip number 7, don't try to time the market. Don't obsess with trying to time the market and figure out when is the best time to buy. Trying to anticipate the housing market is impossible. The best time to buy is when you find your perfect house and you can afford it. If your dream home, if you already see your dream home, your desired location, and you know that you are ready and then you have the funds, that's the best time for you. Do not wait too long. Real estate is cyclical. It goes up and it goes down and it goes back up again. So if you try to wait for the perfect time, you're probably going to miss it out. Tip number 6, bigger is not always better. Everyone drawn the biggest, most beautiful house on the block. But bigger is usually not better when it comes to houses. There's an old adage in real estate that says, don't buy the biggest, best house on the block. Sometimes it is best Sometimes it is best to is buy the worst house on the block because the worst house per square foot always trades for more than the biggest house. Avoid sleeper costs. Tip number 5. Tip number 5, avoid sleeper costs. The difference between renting and home ownership is the sleeper cost. Most people just focus on their mortgage payment, but they also need to be aware of the other expenses such as property taxes, utilities, and homeowner association dues. Association dues usually for the condominium, uh, high-rise or mid-rise condominium. There's an association dues. Even these subdivisions, but less fees for them for their association dues. New homeowners also need to be prepared to pay for repairs, maintenance, and potential property tax increases. Make sure your budget for sleeper costs so you'll be covered and won't risk losing your house. That's really important. You need to know how much the cost, the taxes that you need to pay. Tip number 4, you're buying a house, not dating it. Buying a house based on emotion is just going to break your heart if you fall in love with something. You might end up making some pretty bad financial decision. Pretty bad financial decision, there's a big difference between your emotion and your instinct. House that you buy should be the one that you like. Ahead of time must be planned before buying it. And when you are there, going with your instinct means that you recognize that you're getting a great house for a good value. You may consider, you may see the value in the future of the house. Going with emotion is being obsessed with the paint color or the backyard. It's an investment, so stay calm and be wise. Tip number 3, give your house a physical. Would you buy a car without checking under the hood rather? Of course, you would not. Hire a home inspector. It costs a lot, but could end up saving you thousands. A home inspector's sole responsibility is to provide you with information so that you can make a decision as whether or not to buy. Tip number 3, it's really the only way to get an unbiased third-party opinion. If the inspector does find any issues with the home, you can use it as a bargaining tool for lowering the price of the home. It's better to spend the money upfront on an inspector than to find out later you have to spend a fortune. Tip number 2, the secret science of bidding. Your opening bid should be based on two things. What you can afford because you don't want to outbid yourself. And what you really believe the property is worth. Make your opening bid something that's fair and reasonable and isn't going to totally offend the seller. A lot of people think they should go lower the first time they make a bid. It all depends on what the market is doing at the time. You need to look at what other homes have gone for in that neighborhood and you want to get an average price per square foot. Number one tip, stop the neighborhood. Before you pay or you buy, get the lay of the land. Drop by morning, noon, and night. Many home buyers have become completely distraught because they thought they found the perfect home, only to find out the neighborhood wasn't for them. Drive by the house at all hours of the day to see what's happening in the neighborhood. Do your regular commute from the house to make sure it is something you can deal with on a daily basis. Find out how far it is to the nearest grocery store and other services. Even if you don't have kids, research the schools because it affects the value of your home in a very big way. If you buy a house in a good school district versus bad school district, even the same town, the value can be affected as much as 20% of the total value of the property. So that's all, my dear friend, that I want to share with you, the tips that I can share with you in owning a house. Things that you need to do for you to find out to get the right property for you. Again, thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope this will help you in the future whenever you decide buying your new home. Once again, thank you very much and see you in the next video.